To listen to what I'm saying and making it work. Welcome to the 5th edition of Tripod MMA. These times we're making our predictions for UFC Fight Night Seattle. It's on Saturday, 10 o'clock on Spike TV. There's a Facebook undercard, and I believe it starts at 9. It could be 8 o'clock though. The first fight on the Facebook prelim cards is Sean McCorkle versus Christian Moorcraft. Both these guys' last fights and last losses were against Stefan Struve. So I'm going to take Sean McCorkle on this one, submission.
I'm going to go with McCorkle. I don't know much about this Moorcraft fella, but I'm going to go with McCorkle.
Alright, the next fight, it's a bantamweight fight. It's Michael McDonald versus Edwin Feorga. I don't know much about either guys, but just from what I've seen online, I'm going to take Feorga. I'm pretty sure he'll get a TKO at some point during the fight.
I think I went with Michael McDonald on this fight. Go ahead.
Okay, next fight is John Hathaway versus Chris McRae. I haven't liked McRae at all since The Ultimate Fighter, and I've liked Hathaway the whole time he's been in the UFC. So I'm going to take Hathaway. He'll probably end up getting the decision, and hopefully, because this will be his third loss, it'll send Chris McRae packing.
Well, McRae was a young fella in the Ultimate Fighter show. He joined with those two other guys, weird ass guys too, if you ask me.
What's with the accent?
but I'm gonna have to go with John Hathaway.
I think you should start talking normal next. The next fight, it's a heavyweight bout against John Madsen, who's another Ultimate Fighter guy, versus Mike Russo with the Hammer Fist of Doom. Russo's on quite a streak. Madsen's on a 3-fight streak. Russo's, I think he's undefeated, but he's got a couple draws. I'm going to take Madsen. He'll most likely decision the fight, but either of them could finish because Madsen TKO'd Ivel and Russo knocked out Todd Duffy. So I'm going to pick Madsen. It'll most likely go to decision, but I'd love to see a knockout either side.
This young fella I like to go with is
You should take away the accent. Come on.
I'm going to go with Mike Russo, just because I want to be different than everybody else. Don't know why.
Okay, the next fight's a featherweight fight. It's Alex Caceres, Bruce Leroy versus Mackin Simzer. I kind of feel like this is just a gimme fight for Caceres because Simzer's on a 3-fight losing streak. Like, he shouldn't be in the UFC anyways. But I just feel like they're going to use this to build Caceres up, especially because this is, well, he was on the Ultimate Fighter for 155 and now he's fighting at 145. So I'm going to take Caceres, probably second round submission.
I'm also going to go Caceres for the same reason that he just pointed out. He seems like a good guy. I'm going to go with him.
It's Bruce Leroy.
Go. Oh, really?
Now you know who it is.
Fuck, I'm gonna go with Bruce Leroy. What a good guy. I hope he comes out with that fucking yellow jumpsuit he had there.
Okay, now the main card. It's a rematch and featherweight between Leonard Garcia and Chan Sung Jung. The first time they fought, it was a 3-round war. It got voted Fight of the Century. I believe that Garcia won that fight. A lot of people say that Korean Zombie won it. I don't think he did. But I think Garcia's going to win this one too. It'll most likely go to decision again. It'll probably be another epic fight. It probably won't live up to their last one, but you never know. I'm going to take Garcia decision.
Well, I love the Korean Zombie. Is that it? Yeah. I've watched him a few times. Most of the fights I watched at WC was this guy. He's fucking amazing. You can keep getting hit in the face, which is awesome. But I'm going to go with Leonard Garcia. And, yeah, I think probably by decision, too.
Okay, the next fight is welterweight belt between Amir Sadallah and DeMarcus Johnson. I've liked Sadallah since The Ultimate Fighter. Like, I even had a haircut like him for a while. DeMarcus Johnson, I think he was on The Ultimate Fighter. Besides that, I don't know too much about him. But I'm going to take Amir to take it. Most likely decision.
I'm going with Amir, too, because, well, ever since I started picking them, doing these Facebook UFC picks, go on Facebook, MMA, what is it, MMA picks now or some shit? Whatever, who cares? We're not sponsored by Facebook. Facebook, if you want to sponsor us, send us some money, go ahead. But I'm going to go with Amir Sadallah. Thank you.
Okay, next fight is another welterweight fight between Dan Hardy and Anthony Johnson.
Ooh.
Hardy's coming off 2 losses. Johnson's coming off 1. Now this fight, I told myself that if Johnson makes weight, Hardy's going to win this fight. If Johnson comes in overweight and they let him fight anyways, he'll win it. So I'm hoping that he comes in on weight, like finally, because he never does. And I hope Dan Hardy knocks him out. But I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Dan Hardy submission in the 2nd round.
Well, all I can say is Dan Hardy, because I don't think Anthony Johnson is going to win. So life is full of winners and losers. And this weekend, Dan Hardy will be saying, winning, because he has tiger blood.
Okay, next fight is a light heavyweight fight. It's the main event. It's between Little Nog and Phil Davis. Now, Phil Davis on quite a streak. He's super impressive.
He's undefeated, 8-0, buddy. Come on.
I know.
Know your shit, yo. Know your role.
You wanted to talk. But Nogueira, his last fight, it was a loss to Bader, which I thought he won. This fight could go either way. I kind of see Phil Davis taking the decision, though. It should be an interesting fight, and Nogueira can end it at any point. But I'm going to root for Phil. Hope he takes it. Phil Davis decision.
Isn't this the fight that Tito was supposed to be in before he bitched out?
Yep.
Oh, and now there's rumors on Twitter, but don't get your hopes up. He's supposed to be fighting Ryan Bader, Tito versus Ryan Bader. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, then, well, we all knew it wouldn't happen anyway, so whatever. But, Tito, come on, man. Send us some punishment shit.
Why don't you talk about...
Oh, yeah. Nogueira versus Phil Davis. Ooh, it's a good one. Phil Davis, undefeated in UFC, but Antonio Nogueira he's a Pride legend. I don't know. It's kind of, but I think I'm gonna go with Nogueira. Kind of go after the old. I'm gonna go with the old, not the new. But yeah, Nogueira.
Okay, thanks for watching. This has been Tripod MMA's 5th edition UFC and Fight Night Seattle predictions. Comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. But now, if you're going to stay past the end, we'll talk about the 3 fights that aren't being aired anywhere. The first one is Waylon Lowe versus Nick Lentz. I'm going to take Lentz by decision.
I think I went with Nick Lentz too. Good fighter, good fighter.
The next fight is a middleweight fight between Mario Miranda and Aaron Simpson. It should be a good fight, but I'm going to take Miranda by knockout in the 2nd.
I went with Aaron Simpson. I think he's got it.
And the last fight on the preliminary card is Johnny Hendricks versus TJ Waldberger. I'm going to take Hendricks by knockout in the 1st round.
I'm also as well going to take Hendricks. Just because, well, I want to.
Alright, again, for Scott Harris and I'm Cody Furlong. Thanks for watching Tripod MMA. See you next time.